I just feel like that's the most fulfilling way to live life is to constantly be pushing yourself. And if you don't feel like you're pushing yourself, then I think you're in the wrong place. I did video production for a good, 4 or 5 years. And I did a lot of it. Like I did an overwhelming amount of it where I was doing 2 to 3 videos a week for, 3 to 4 years. I got burnt out very quickly from that. Even though they were really fun videos, you do too much of anything, you get burnt out. And when I quit working for Devin, which was about 4 years into doing video production, I didn't know if I was going to continue doing video, period. I was thinking about going back to school because I wasn't enjoying it. I didn't feel the passion for it anymore, was burnt out. Where you're at right now, I feel like you've mentioned, I'm thinking about throwing in the towel for video completely. And instead of throwing in the towel completely, I pivoted a little bit. And that's something I recommend a lot of people do when you find yourself in a rut, when you find yourself a little bit discouraged and burnt out, is maybe don't quit completely what you're doing because you've honed so many skills in a specific area, and to restart in a completely different area might take several years to develop anything to where you are right now. And so if there's any ounce of passion in any element of what you're doing, I'd try and figure out where that is and try and dive into that specific area. For me, my first attempt at making good money was doing summer sales. And it took 3 weeks in to realize, let's pivot. Don't like this.
Sure.
Went from summer sales to what was my first pivot of, I want to do something I enjoy and that I think I can make money at, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. And that was audio. I wanted to be basically an audio engineer. I wanted to produce music.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so I wanted to produce music. If you look back at my early work, they're all music videos, and a lot of them feature
the music videos.
Yeah, a lot of them feature me singing, and I realized within 3 or 4 months, I'm not a good singer, and I'm okay at producing music. I have an ear for it, but I don't really have the background in this and that. But as I was making these music videos, I realized, but I'm actually pretty good at the video part. And so 3 or 4 months into producing music, I pivoted from music videos, and then started running with the video side of things. I never would have discovered how good I was at video or how much I liked video if I didn't start the first pivot of let's explore something I like, which is music, audio production. Yeah. And then from there, I found something else I like in a similar vein and just had to slightly pivot this way, and then launched a giant career in something I never expected I would. That's a key too, is if you pivot and you start failing, don't be like, oh, well, I guess we're done with that. It's like, no, keep going, but then pivot again. Keep pivoting until you figure out where your exact skill set is. And, on a religious side, I call it following the spirit, or, you could call it following your intuition, or your, for me, it's being prayerful and trying to have God's hand guiding you along the way. But it could just be your conscience, whatever you want to call it. There's an inner voice inside of you that's telling you where you should go next, what's a good thing to do and what's not such a good thing to do. And if you're contemplative and prayerful in that process, you're going to start figuring out where your, God-given abilities lie and your purpose for being on this earth are, versus if you're just up to yourself and your own insecurities, you're never going to get anywhere. Yeah. So you have to revert to a higher power to guide you, to try and figure out, why are you on this earth and what's unique about you that is going to be impactful to the human race.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's hard. Most people can't do that. It's going out of that comfort zone, doing things you're not confident about, or doing new things, a lot of new things, a lot of new pivots. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of discomfort. And most people just don't have it in them to do that kind of stuff. They like the 9 to 5. It's easy. It's comfortable. I don't have to step outside of this circle. I'm not happy, but I don't have to push myself. So I think I'm good with that. 90% of people live that way. Yeah. Great. Whatever floats your boat. I don't think that is a purpose-driven way to live life. And so I'm of the opposite mindset, where I think always step out of your comfort circle. If you ever feel content or you ever feel complacent, you're in the wrong place. It's time to push yourself into a new realm, try something new, learn a new skill, go in a new direction, pivot a new way. And, I just feel like that's the most fulfilling way to live life is to constantly be pushing yourself. And if you don't feel like you're pushing yourself, then I think you're in the wrong place. Hope you enjoyed that clip. To see the full video, you can join our mastermind group of 4,000 course creators at coursecreatorpro.com, where we have over 100 tutorials teaching you how to create, market, and sell online courses and digital products. We'll see you there.